Let me guess how your last Walmart trip went. You walked in for 3 things: milk, laundry soap, maybe some bananas. 15 minutes, in and out. That was the plan. And somehow you walked back out to your car $140 lighter, pushing a cart full of stuff you never wrote down, wondering what exactly just happened in there. If that sounds familiar, I need you to understand something. That wasn't you being weak. That wasn't you forgetting your list. That was the store doing exactly what it was built to do to you. Every turn you took, every display you slowed down for, every rollback sign that caught your eye, none of it was random. It was engineered. And the people who work inside those walls, stocking those shelves, scanning those tags, they see the whole machine running. They know which sales aren't sales. They know which prices are about to drop. They know the little tricks that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. And they're not exactly encouraged to tell you about them. But tonight, I am. I'm handing you 15 of them, counted down from number 15 all the way to number 1. And I'll be honest with you, the closer we get to number 1, the more money it could put back in your pocket. Number 1 alone could change the way you shop there for the rest of your life. But before we even get to the deals, there's one secret hidden right in the price tags themselves. A tiny detail printed on the sticker that quietly tells you whether you're getting a real bargain or paying full price like everybody else. Most shoppers walk right past it every single day. We'll get to it. Stay with me. Let's start the countdown. Number 15. The rollback isn't always a rollback. You see that word and something in your brain relaxes. Rollback. It sounds like a gift. It sounds like the price fell and you happen to walk in at the right moment. So you toss it in the cart without a second thought. Here's what nobody tells you. A rollback tag doesn't always mean what you think it means. Sometimes the before price it's being compared against was barely the price for more than a few weeks. Sometimes the item was quietly nudged up before it was rolled back down. So the discount you're celebrating just brings it back to roughly what it always was. And sometimes that same item is sitting cheaper at the store across the street with no fancy sign at all. The word is doing the work. It's designed to stop your comparison instinct dead in its tracks, because who compares prices on something that's already on sale? The shoppers who actually save are the ones who see that tag and get more suspicious, not less. And that suspicion is exactly what you'll need for number 14. Because this next one is a number printed right on the tag, and once you learn to read it, you'll never be fooled by a sale sign again. Number 14. The price ending tells you the real story. This is the one I hinted at, and it's worth slowing down for. Look closely at the last digits on a Walmart price tag. Most regular, full-price items end in a round, clean number. Something like .00 or .98. Nothing special. That's the everyday price everyone pays. But when you spot a price ending in a stranger number, commonly something like a .00 that's been marked down, or those odd endings shoppers have learned to look for, that's often the signal that the item has been discounted to move it out. It means the store wants that thing gone, and you're looking at a genuine markdown, not the standard shelf price. And then there's the legend that regulars swear by, the penny item. Every so often, an item that's being fully discontinued and pulled from the system drops to a single cent on the register, even while it's still sitting on the shelf. Employees aren't supposed to sell them, and most won't. But the fact that it happens at all tells you everything about how much invisible markdown is moving through that building every day. Learn to actually read those endings instead of just the big number up top, and you'll start seeing the real deals the average shopper is completely blind to. But finding the markdown on the shelf is only half the game. Number 13 is about where those markdowns hide, and it's almost never where the signs point you. Number 13. The real clearance is hidden on purpose. Walmart doesn't run one big, flashing, easy-to-find clearance section like you might expect. And that's not an accident. The deepest discounts get scattered, tucked onto bottom shelves, pushed to the very back of a department, parked on an end cap in a corner of the store. You'd have no reason to walk down. Think about why they do that. If the clearance were easy to find, everyone would grab it, and the store would rather sell you the full price version sitting at eye level. So the bargains get hidden in plain sight, and the people who find them feel like they stumbled onto treasure, while everyone else pays full freight. The move is to check the ends of the aisles and the very back corners of departments like electronics, seasonal, and home. The markdowns live in the spots you'd never wander into if you were just power walking toward the groceries. The hunters save. The strollers don't even know there was a hunt. But here's the thing, even the hunt has a schedule. And number 12 is about the exact days those hidden markdowns get even deeper, which almost nobody times right. Number 12. Markdowns happen on a rhythm, and you're shopping on the wrong day. Most people shop when it's convenient, the weekend, the middle of the day, whenever they can get there. And that's precisely when the store is fullest. The shelves are picked over, and the freshest markdowns haven't hit yet. Here's what the people restocking those shelves know. Price reductions and clearance markdowns tend to move on a rhythm through the week, often earlier in the week and in the quieter morning hours, when staff are resetting displays and clearing out what didn't sell. Shop then, and you're walking the aisles right as the new discount tags are going up, before the weekend crowd has stripped the good stuff away. There's a bonus too. A calm, empty store is a store where you actually think clearly. You read labels. You compare. You don't panic grab because someone's cart is jammed against yours. A rushed shopper is an expensive shopper every single time. Now, timing gets you to the deals. But number 11 is about a deal you can't see on any shelf at all. It lives on your phone, and most people never open it. Number 11. The app knows a price you don't. You've probably got the store's app buried on your phone somewhere, and you use it for maybe one thing, if that. But it's quietly holding secrets the shelf tags won't tell you. The in-store map, the ability to check whether something's actually in stock before you drive over, the digital coupons, and, this is the big one, the fact that the app sometimes shows a different price than the sticker on the shelf. An item can ring up cheaper online or in the app than what's printed in front of your face, and unless you scan it, you'd never know. Some shoppers make a habit of scanning the barcode of anything big before it goes in the cart, just to see if the app reveals a lower number. The store isn't going to announce that gap to you. The two prices quietly compete, and the only person who benefits from knowing is the one who bothered to check. That gap between what's shown and what's real is a running theme here. And number 10 is one of the most valuable versions of it, a policy that quietly hands you money back after you've already paid. Number 10. They'll refund the difference, but only if you ask. Here's something a lot of shoppers have no idea exists. If the price of something you bought drops shortly after you buy it, or if you find a qualifying lower price, there are situations where you can get the difference back. Policies shift and vary, so the details matter, but the principle is the one nobody uses. Most people would never dream of walking back in with a receipt to ask about a price that changed 3 days later. It feels awkward. It feels like it's not worth it. So they leave the money sitting there. But the shoppers who understand how these adjustment and return policies actually work treat their receipt as a live document, not a dead one the second they hit the parking lot. The store is never going to chase you down to hand you that refund. The policy exists, but it runs on you knowing about it and speaking up. And speaking of things sitting on your receipt that you're ignoring, number 9 is a benefit built right into the checkout that most people scroll right past. Number 9. That little scan and save habit is leaving free money behind. Between the store's savings features, the receipt scanning rewards, and the cashback tools tied to how you pay and where you shop, there's a whole quiet layer of savings running underneath every transaction, and the vast majority of shoppers never switch it on. Think about it. You're already buying the groceries. You're already standing at that register. The difference between the person who captures a little back on every trip and the person who doesn't isn't effort, it's awareness. One set it up once and now earns quietly on autopilot. The other never looked and leaves a little on the table every single visit, week after week, for years. It's not one dramatic windfall. It's the slow drip of small amounts you never claimed adding up to real money over a year. And it's completely invisible unless someone points it out, which is exactly why it stays unclaimed. Now we're heading into the top 8, and this is where the store's design starts working against you in ways you feel but never quite see. Number 8 is a trap almost everybody falls into. Number 8. Bigger is not always cheaper, and they're counting on you assuming it is. Here's a belief the whole warehouse and bulk world runs on, that the bigger package always saves you money. Usually it does, but not always. And that gap is exactly where you quietly lose. Sometimes the giant family size or value package actually carries a higher price per ounce than the regular size sitting right next to it. The word value is on the label, but the math tells a different story. And even when the big one is genuinely cheaper per unit, it's only a deal if you actually use it all before it spoils, expires, or gets shoved to the back of the pantry and forgotten. The defense is almost embarrassingly simple. Look at the small print, the price per ounce, per sheet, per unit, printed right there on the shelf tag. Compare the sizes honestly, and be brutal with yourself about whether you'll really finish it. Bulk is only a bargain if you consume it. Waste is just a slow, invisible way of overpaying. That honesty about waste sets up number 7 perfectly, because it's about the single most expensive habit hiding inside your own kitchen. Number 7. The impulse perishables are quietly eating your savings. This is the secret that hides inside your own refrigerator. You went in for staples, but somewhere between the entrance and the register, the big tub of spring mix landed in your cart. The family-size berries, the rotisserie chicken that smelled incredible, the prepared meal that looked so good under those bright store lights. And a week later, half of it is going in the trash, untouched. Throwing away food is exactly the same as crumpling up cash and tossing it. But it never feels that way, because the spending and the wasting happen at 2 different moments. You feel great buying it. You barely notice throwing it out. The fix is to buy perishables only in amounts your real life can actually finish, and save the bulk buying for the things that genuinely last. Paper goods, frozen items, pantry staples, cleaning supplies. Match the size to the person you actually are, not the fantasy version of you who eats 5 pounds of kale a week. Now, number 6 pulls the camera back and shows you the whole store for what it really is. A path designed to move you past everything except what you came for. Number 6. The layout is a maze, and the essentials are buried on purpose. Think about your last trip. To reach the absolute basics, the milk, the eggs, the bread, you had to travel deep into the store, past aisle after aisle of things you never planned to look at. That's not because it's convenient for you. It's because the store wants you to walk past every tempting, high-margin display before you reach the boring staples you actually came for. The seasonal blow-up display, the electronics, the clothing, the impulse gadgets by the registers, all of it sits directly in the current. And you're the thing being floated past it. Every extra step is another chance for something unplanned to land in your cart. The defense is simply knowing the maze exists and walking it with intention. Head for what's on your list. Resist the scenic detour. Once you can see the maze for what it is, it loses most of its power over your wallet. And that brings us into the top 5. The secrets that hit the hardest. Number 5 is about a product you walk past constantly, convinced it's the cheap option, when the truth is the opposite. Number 5. The store brand is often the name brand in disguise. That in-house store label sitting quietly below the famous brand you recognize. In a surprising number of cases, those products are made by the very same major manufacturers you know, sometimes in the same facilities, on the same lines, then packaged under the store's own name and sold for noticeably less. You're frequently getting comparable quality while paying a store brand price. And the only thing standing between you and those savings is loyalty to a logo you've seen in commercials your whole life. Across groceries, cleaning products, medicine cabinet basics, and more, defaulting to the house brand can quietly shave a real chunk off your total without you sacrificing much of anything. People walk right past it, reaching for the name they trust, paying extra for the packaging and the marketing budget baked into that price. The smartest shoppers grab the house label and pocket the difference on nearly every trip. That paying for the name trap leads straight into number 4, where the exact same product wears 2 different price tags in the very same store. Number 4. The same item can cost 2 different prices, online and in-store. A lot of shoppers assume the website and the physical store are one and the same, with one set of prices. They're not always. Some items are cheaper in the store. Some deals exist only online. Shipping, pickup, and handling can quietly flip which option actually wins. Treating them as identical means you sometimes overpay for the convenience you didn't need, or miss an online-only price on something you assumed you had to drive out for. The savvy move, especially on anything big, electronics, appliances, furniture, is to check both before you commit. The 2 channels are quietly competing for your money, and that competition only benefits you if you know to look. Most people pick one out of pure habit and never compare. Don't be most people. Now, number 3 is one that costs shoppers real money at a place they'd never suspect. The very front of the store. Number 3. The checkout lane is the most expensive few feet in the building. Everything about that final stretch to the register is engineered. The candy, the drinks, the magazines, the little gadgets and impulse buys lined up exactly at eye level and arm's reach while you stand there with nothing to do but wait. This is the store's last chance to get into your wallet, and it's one of the most effective spots in the entire building. You've already got your guard down. You're basically done shopping. You're relaxed. You're not comparing anything anymore. That's precisely when a few small unplanned items slide onto the belt. Individually, they're nothing. Added up across every trip, across a whole year, they're a genuine leak. The self-checkout adds its own quiet twist. When you're scanning your own items, the responsibility for catching a mispriced tag or a double scan falls entirely on you, and a rushed shopper misses it. Watch that screen like it owes you money. Because sometimes it does. We're almost at the top. Number 2 is the secret that exposes how the store makes you feel like you're saving while you spend more than ever. Number 2. Everyday low price is a feeling, not a guarantee. Here's the belief the whole place runs on, that the price you see is already the lowest it could possibly be, so there's no point comparing. That feeling of trust is the single most valuable thing the store owns, because the moment you stop comparing, you stop noticing. But low price only means something measured against what things cost everywhere else. And on plenty of items, that convenient, trusted price isn't actually the lowest around. The competitor down the road, the dollar store, the app on your phone, any of them might quietly beat it on the exact thing sitting in your cart. The store is betting that the trust it's built means you'll never check. The entire machine, the rollbacks, the maze, the bulk assumption, the checkout lane, every bit of it works only because most shoppers feel like they're getting the best deal instead of knowing. And feeling is not knowing, which is exactly what number 1 fixes. This is the one I promised would change how you shop there forever. The single habit that ties every other secret on this list together. Number 1. The price book in your pocket beats every trick they have. Here's the truth sitting underneath all 15 of these. The store's entire model depends on one thing: you not knowing what things actually cost elsewhere. Every secret we've covered, the rollback that isn't, the buried clearance, the bulk trap, the maze, the trusted low price. Every single one of them works only because most shoppers don't carry a reliable sense of what a fair price really is. They feel like they're saving. But feeling is not knowing. The number 1 secret is to keep your own quiet running record of the prices of the things you buy regularly. What experienced shoppers call a price book. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. A simple note on your phone. Track what you actually pay for your staples here, versus the grocery store, versus the dollar store, versus the warehouse club across town. The moment you start doing this, something powerful shifts. You stop being a shopper who's guessing and become a shopper who knows. You'll instantly spot when a rollback isn't one, when the bulk size genuinely wins, when the store brand is the smart grab, and when to just walk away. The price tags lose their power to fool you. The maze loses its pull. The feeling of a deal gets replaced by the fact of one. That one habit quietly defeats every trick in this entire video, all at once, on every trip, for the rest of your life. And that's it from this one. If any of these secrets opened your eyes, do me a favor, like the video, share it with someone who shops there every week, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.